بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also in Surah Maidah, ayat number 93. This is an ayat where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before that, He talks about the issue of khamr, intoxicants. This is Surah number 5, ayat 93, Surah Maidah. And you know that intoxicants and khamr became haram gradually in Islam. You know, initially there were 4 ayat which came. And finally, when the 4th ayat came, they were told that this is absolutely now forbidden. Some of the companions came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They raised a question. They said, Ya Rasulullah, what will happen to those brothers of us who passed away before this final prohibition came in? They died as mu'min, as Muslim, but they used to drink. What will happen to them? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a response to that question, revealed this ayat number 93. Now, it could have just come in one line and that would have been the end of the story. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees this opportunity to give a message to us. And look at the ayat. It says, لَيْسَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ جُنَاحٌ فِي مَا تَعِمُوا, that there is no junah, there is no blame on those mu'mineen, those who are mu'mineen and who did good deeds. There is no problem on them فِيمَا تَعِمُوا, for what they ate or drank before these ayat came down, because it was not haram at that time. So there is no problem as long as they had Iman and they did good deeds. So these were the 2 main things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would like to emphasize. But then He says, then He continues the ayat, إِذَا مَتَّقَوْا وَآمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. There is no problem provided they acquire taqwa, وَآمَنُوا, and acquire Iman, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. He's already talking to the mu'mineen. Why would He saying again, and acquire taqwa, and then again acquire, Iman and do good deeds? ثُمَّ اتَّقَوْا, and then again, second time, it is being repeated that again they acquire taqwa wa amanu, and then they have iman. Summa taqaw wa ahsanu, means again they have taqwa 3rd time, and then they do what is known as ihsan. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin, and Allah loves those who do ihsan. And this is where we come to realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to give a message to us. That it's not just one stage that you have to stay there. You have to constantly improve yourself to become better and better. If you look at it, the address is to those who have Iman and who do Amal Salih. But then 3 times taqwa is being mentioned. Means after having Iman, now this is already a step ahead of Islam. There's a difference between Islam and Iman. The lower level would be Islam, which is only good for this dunya. It's not for the akhirah. You will see whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the Jannah, He uses the word, Iman or Taqwa. He doesn't use the word Islam. Islam is only good enough for us in this dunya. Means then the person would be considered a Muslim. All the duties would be applied on him or her. All the rights will apply on that person. He is pak, nikah can be done, and things like that. But Islam by itself does not guarantee salvation in the hereafter. You need to have Iman. And that's why, for example, in Surah Hujurat, when some of these Bedouins were going through hunger because of the famine in their area, somebody told them that there is a person in Medina, he has a new religion and they have a system of zakat. Maybe, if you go there, they will help you. So they decided to come to Medina and they said to Rasulullah, Amanna. We have Iman. We become like you, so now give us the zakat. And that is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the ayah saying, وَقَالَتِ الْعَرَابُ آمَنَّا, that these Bedouins have come to you and they are saying, Amanna, say to them, you have not, have the Iman. بَلْ قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا. Just say you are Muslim. Because Islam is a verbal declaration, whereas Iman is something which is inside the heart. So you have Iman, and then you have Islam, and then you have Iman. So for Islam, of course, they're now deserving zakat. They were poor, they said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, zakat can be given to them. But that doesn't guarantee salvation in the hereafter. And so Iman is already there, a kind of a step above Islam. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now talking about those who have Iman and who do good deeds. Then He says, then they need to acquire taqwa. When they have a higher level of taqwa, the quality of their Iman will change. وَآمَنُوا. They already have the Iman, now the quality of the Iman that they will have now will be even better. Maybe previously they just believed in the basics, which was the requirement. Now they think deep more into it, and their conviction increases. So after that taqwa, even the quality of the Iman becomes better. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. With that better taqwa plus Iman, the quality of their amal salih will also increase. ثُمَّ اتَّقَوْا. Then again there is another level. Again they acquire taqwa. And again that higher level of taqwa will improve their level of Iman. ثُمَّ اتَّقَوْا. Then at the third stage here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, they acquire taqwa again. Now there is no need to say Iman and amal salih. Even in the second one there was no need. Because once a person have reached to that level of taqwa and Iman, amal salih is a essential part of it. It cannot be separated from that level. And in the final statement, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ثُمَّ اتَّقَوْا وَأَحْسَنُوا. That they have a higher level of taqwa. This is the third level here. وَأَحْسَنُوا. And now they do, the way they translate this is, they do good. أحسنوا, in ihsan we say something, doing something good to someone. But here we are not talking about doing good itself. We are talking about the quality and the niyyat. Ihsan here refers to the purity of the niyyat of amal salih. And so this is a qualitative difference from amal salih of the previous level. Wallahu yuhibbul muhsinin. And Allah loves those who do good deeds with total sincerity. And this is the ayat basically is giving us that idea that we cannot be static in whatever state we are. We have to constantly work hard to become better and better. Just the very simple way would be to start with the process of realizing that, okay, when you say ثُمَّ اتَّقَوْا وَأَحْسَنُوا, one of the interpretation is that even when it comes to amal salihat of the second level, we are talking about amal salihat where you go beyond what is wajib. So I think the journey is a very long journey. And it's very interesting, those words of Ayatollah Bahjat on this issue, when somebody asked him, can you give me a kind of a nuskha, a prescription for spirituality? He said, tell me, have you done everything that you know? Once you exhausted everything that you know and doing it, then come to me. Everyone has mafati at home. Go and just look at it. Just a simple matter of namaz. Yes, wajib is there, but after that, nafila. And you look at it, even to build that, become a routine and to be punctual in it, it's a challenge. Then we look at fasting. Ramadan is there, but besides the month of Ramadan, every month, besides the special days in the calendar, the first Thursday, last Thursday, the first Thursday after the 10th of the month. And so there is quite a lot we already have and we know, which we can really build on it and work on it in order to improve ourselves.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد